And when we do, we're up about 2 degrees centigrade from a decade ago. That doesn't sound like much. But you know what? When we had the general great ice ages back that they are able to record, they only dropped about 3 degrees below average. And the whole place froze over. If we go up 3 or 4 degrees on a whole worldwide basis, it's going to cause some serious problems. Now, why don't we do it that fast? You know why? It takes the ocean 30 years to catch up. The ocean is such a huge sink. It doesn't just warm up overnight. The only real way to measure real climate is the ocean, not the air. The air is too volatile. That's what's happening. I'm going to only read 2 things and I'm done. Back in 1992, I actually was involved in this, but remembering it. 1,700 of the world's leading scientists, including the majority, most of them were Nobel laureates, okay? Put this out. Human beings and the natural world on a collision course. Human activities inflict harsh, often irreversible damage on the environment and on critical resources. Now, that's not a big statement nowadays. Here's what was big about this. It was put out by 1,700 very, very famous scientists. Not a newspaper in the United States ran the story. Not the New York Times, not the Washington Post, nobody. They would rather have written, I think maybe Clinton was having a girlfriend. No major paper or ABC, NBC, or CBS even did a report on this report. That's how unconcerned we were, even though this many scientists said, we got a problem here. And it's coming, and we need to look at it now. This is an interesting graph, and I've got to explain to you, but it's very simple. 1958, a guy, well, he invented it in the early 50s, a machine that instantly reads carbon dioxide. Before that, we had to make a measurement and took a couple hours to figure it out. He stuck it on Mauna Loa, actually the United States government did, in 1958. Prior to that, the normal, for hundreds of years, maybe thousands, of the amount of carbon dioxide in the air was about 280 parts per million. By the time he put this up, we were already up to about 315. Okay? This thing records every year. At the end of 2005, and it's actually gone up from here, he's at 381, and we're at about 387 right now, 386. 386 parts per million from 280 in that length of time. Here's the weird thing. See this little line? It's kind of under patterned there. Polyfat follows it about as close as you can follow something, doesn't it? There's a few anomalies I can tell you. There's Mount Pinatubo when it blew up. Volcanoes do things. There's little drops in temperature sometimes. When they first do it, they get too many clouds and it gets cooler. Then it gets a lot hotter. That's it. Here's what this red curve is. It's the direct relationship of the amount of fossil fuel used in the world in conjunction to the amount of CO2 we're getting. How can we deny that we're part of the problem? How close does it follow before we know it's us? There's still a few people denying it, but not very many. This just happened that last November. Before this, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change said it was likely that it was human. Well, likely is a scientific term. That was between 66 and 91% true. Okay? They just went to very likely in November. Now, very likely is as high as they go. Scientists aren't as dumb as us. They never say anything's 100%. This is at between 91 and 99% sure that we're causing the problem by, again, hundreds of scientists that are very bright. No scientists rejected this. This was a consortium of all of them saying, hey, it's even stronger than it's ever been. Here's the other thing I got to say. Health and the environment. Healthy people or a healthy environment. My thing is you can't separate those. We are the environment, we are the people, we are the cause, we are the solution. That's all I can tell you. There's no other way. How do you help? Change your light bulb. Sounds silly, doesn't it? You know, if everybody changed to all fluorescent light bulbs in the United States like we're doing, you know it's by law in Australia. No more incandescents. Okay, we got like 2 more years to get rid of it, and that's it. We've done the same thing in a number of cities. We're not doing it here. But if we all did it in the United States, we could close 50 coal-fired plants. 50 of them could shut down. That's how much electricity just the light bulbs in America uses. Pretty simple anyway. Turn your thermostat up in the summer and down in the winter. 2 degrees each way. Get a little, put it a bit. Okay? Turn the fan on yourself directly when you land it. Yeah. Well, I only own one AC in the whole house, and it's the window. But we can all do those little things. 22nd of April, which can't be very far away, Whole Foods will no longer have plastic bags in all 274 stores. They are going to get some what they call compostable plastic at some point, but they've kicked them out of all stores. 100 million bags we're going to save that we're going to go into the land. 100 million from one store. Tell me they can't do it so good. Now what if we all did it? I got canvas bags in H.O.P.E. I started 3 or 4 years ago in KAHL. We put them in 10 stores. Now they can't keep up with it. We're selling these by so many they keep running out. We all can make a little difference. We can talk about a few ideas anytime you want, but my little girl made this out, my daughter. Help our planet Earth. That was what H.O.P.E. was all about. And she thought it was so cool she had to do this. But anyway, we're going to now switch and go to tea packets and talk a little bit about compost. I just want to show you this. This is a very shortened version. We had it big and fancy and did all kinds of stuff at A&M, but I just cut a few of the slides out and brought it here because I don't think we talk about it enough. I think we hear everybody else. We see global warming and we think, oh, it's not a joke. I don't have time to read that article. We need to all think of it. Let me just get this $30 supply. Oh, I forgot this thing's on. There's a gardening show, and I came to realize that it's not just gardening. I went to a guy's house in Kerrville and was growing the best organic vegetables I've ever seen. He was a truck farm. He was getting like $3 an ounce for his lettuce, $48 a pound. Pretty good lettuce. I go to his house, I take my free wine with me, I make my own wine, and I used to give it to people so I could go back and drink it. So we break out our wine, and he invites me, he picks up the glasses and my bottle of wine and says, hey, let's go out on the porch and drink this. I said, okay. A few minutes after we're out on the porch, I look in his glass doors, and there's a guy in there spraying his house. He's got a pump-up sprayer. He's going everywhere, spraying in all corners. So I'd already had 2 glasses of wine. I finally said, John, what are you doing? So what do you mean? I said, what is that guy doing? He says, oh, he's the working man. He comes in every month and sprays the house.
Oh, no.
I said, wait a minute. You're the most organic vegetable grower I know. They'll only buy your stuff because it's certified good stuff and they trust you and believe in you. All adults here. And you got the damn working man coming into the house once a month with your children and your dogs. And I could tell, I thought he was going to be angry at me. Well, at least unhappy. No, he just had, you could see the light bulb come on. I worked with him for an hour.
Organic was a fad.
Yeah, well, what happened is he bought the house and it came with the house. Yeah. You know how you get the garbage man? you get the working man. And so he just let it go in a year or so. Anyway, I threw a bottle or 2 more wine and I made him a kit up on paper, what to go buy, how to use it, where to get his sprayers, what to use that's organic, what's natural. Several years ago now. A year or so ago, of course, I look him up again for my wine. No, to get some herbs. I used to buy herbs. He thanked me profusely and he said, I honestly can tell you I have even less bugs than I did then. I'm not worried about the grandkids crawling on the floor. I'm not worried about the puppies. He changed his whole concept. Oh, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. It cost him 10 or 15. So anyway, that's what this is all about.